Hello and welcome to The Loop. I'm Matt Bruning.
And I'm Renee DeFord. This past weekend was Earth Day, and while ODOT does several things to help our wonderful planet, none is more visible than cleaning up litter.
Litter, or as I like to call it, other people's trash, continues to be a big problem across the state. ODOT crews in many parts of Ohio marked Earth Day by cleaning up our roadsides.
Last year, our crews and partners like Adopt a Highway volunteers collected nearly 450,000 bags of other people's trash from along the more than 19,000 miles of roadway we maintain. That's enough for around 4 bags of trash in each seat at Ohio Stadium.
And even with all those efforts, in some spots, you can't even tell we'd been there. Look, we see it, you see it. It's disgusting and frankly, it's frustrating because litter is 100% preventable.
Put your trash in a trash can and properly secure your items you're hauling. A little litter is a big problem, and we can all do our part to stop it.
Ever watch Undercover Boss?
Yeah, that's the show where the boss goes undercover and swaps jobs with someone they manage.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, ODOT's boss didn't exactly go undercover, but they did swap jobs. Take a look.
Today at ODOT District 12, our District Deputy Director, John Picuri, and Highway Technician Ruben Lindsay decided to swap jobs for a day.
So the way this came up, I was visiting one of the county garages, and Ruben Lindsay happened to be there in the Euclid garage, and he said, I'd love to switch places with you and kind of see what it's like to be, deputy director, and I'd love for you to come try my job one day.
The director took it serious and said he liked the idea, let's switch places. So, so that's what we did.
So far, my takeaway is just how much is involved in setting up the crews and the knowledge and, what kind of signs do you need and where do they need to go, and just seeing all the crews, all the employees kind of work together and figure that out.
It's very challenging. You have to make a lot of difficult decisions. Everything goes through you. Today was one of the most beautiful days I had at ODOT in 23 years.
For The Loop in ODOT District 12, I'm Brent Kovacs.
Thanks, Brent. That looked awesome. April began with the kickoff to Ohio's new distracted driving law and campaign. Fitting, given it was Distracted Driving Awareness Month.
Thanks, Renee. Of course, every month is really Distracted Driving Awareness Month. But April is when transportation departments across the country shine the spotlight on this growing epidemic. Ohio has taken a big step toward helping curb this issue with implementation of the state's new distracted driving law. So, how big is the problem? Well, the statistics only tell part of the story since we know distracted driving is way underreported. But the Ohio State Highway Patrol reported nearly 63,000 distracted driving crashes in Ohio since 2018. Nearly 4 in 10 involved a driver between the ages of 15 and 24. Nearly a quarter of these crashes happened between 3 p.m. and 6 p.m. They also resulted in more than 1,800 serious injuries or, unfortunately, deaths. Now, some good news. These deadly and serious crashes are down about 29% so far this year compared to the same period last year. Thanks to efforts by the Ohio State Highway Patrol, troopers have written nearly 42,000 distracted driving violations since 2018. So, if the risk of a serious crash isn't enough to prompt you to put the phone down, perhaps a ticket will. In October, law enforcement will begin writing tickets under the state's new distracted driving law. Don't risk it. It isn't worth it. Who knew?
Thanks a lot, Dave. Well, visitors to the ODOT Jerry Ray building here in Columbus will once again have a food option. The cafeteria, which closed shortly after COVID-19 hit, has reopened with a new vendor.
Blue and Fig took over this past week with an official ribbon cutting to mark the occasion. They're offering up breakfast and lunch options to all who work in and visit ODOT Central Office or the Department of Public Safety's Shipley building.
That's right. Good options over there, too.
Love them.
Get more ODOT news online at transportation.ohio.gov. Follow us on social media and keep sending those great story ideas and feedback to loop@dot.ohio.gov.
And now, you're in the loop.